celebrating the world's most popular sport. This is Ultimate Soccer. And now your host, here's Soccer Steve.
Wow, doesn't that ever feel good? I mean, hey, 2-0 against America. We were looking for the 1-1, but I said there's an outside chance that Canada had the advantage. I tell you, great game. But right from the word go, that first seconds in, Alistair Johnson making a challenge in front of our goal. If that went wrong and they got a goal, the US, it could have been such a different story. But I tell you what, all the big players from the US, Pulisic, crybaby, couldn't get nothing done but complained all the way through and lots of diving. Yeah, bringing that EPL to Concacaf. Hey, our Mexican referee wasn't having any of it. So Pulisic really didn't show up. Aronson tried as much as he could. Herdman did as much as he could. McKennie, hey, then one-handed throws. Looks like he's throwing the ball sideways, yeah? So he's propelling the ball like that. More with one hand. People need to look at that. And is it legal? It didn't look too legal to me. No, it didn't. But looking at the first half, and I tell you, first half gets underway, like I say. Great challenge from Alistair Johnson, keeps us in the game. And then all throughout the first half, doesn't this look good, eh? Doesn't this look good? Wait till I show you the T-shirt underneath this, guys. Aidan Capella, wait for this shirt. I tell you. Joseph, big up to you. Dan Rivero, big up to you. I tell you what, mate, there's so many guys out there. Mark Cavallo down in Toronto, big up to you. Mark Captain Cook down in Toronto. It was at Hamilton game, both of them. Big up to you guys too. I'm going to say hello to more people as we go through. But first off, I tell you, great performance by Canada. Absolute professionalism. Johnny had him set up perfectly. And a few of those guys that I wanted to see in the game, Mark Anthony Kaye in the middle, he was there. And he did get replaced by Liam Fraser later in the game. Liam Fraser, he impressed against Honduras. He impressed again against the USA. Fantastic game. I'll tell you guys, I'm buzzing. We're going to Qatar. Been telling you this all along. Oh, does this feel good. First half is just a battle of attrition with some sporadic counter-attacks from Canada, but we were playing the counter-attack game. I said we would. We did it perfectly. We held everything up. We played to the wing play like we normally do, and some of the pivot play from Mark Anthony Kaye, and not just Mark Anthony Kaye, but some of the pivot play was absolutely perfect as we sprayed the ball left and right and kept ourselves moving up and down the field. We didn't have too much possession, but you got to think the USA, being a big team in the world of football, that they would have possession, and they did have possession, and that sits fine by me. But at the end of the first half, we got to say that early goal from Kyle Larin did keep us to 1-0 right till half-time. The US did have some chances, and so did we. And at half-time, I think you could say it was a 50-50 game. Canada was controlling their defensive zone, and the US were trying to get it going in offense, which, let's face it, with a bit of luck, they may have got that go-ahead goal. But it didn't happen in the first half. Half-time is 1-0, and I got to tell you, at that half-time, we were looking pretty good. And some of the great up-front play from Jonathan David, Kyle, he was absolutely fantastic in the middle. Jonathan David, I should say, was holding the ball up beautifully. So was Kyle Larin, holding the ball up beautifully. Tejon Buchanan really had a bit of a battle there, but he held his head. Did get a yellow card later, but you know what? He got under their skin perfectly, and Canada got under the Americans' skin all game long. It was ferocious what we were bringing, and the team play was absolutely phenomenal. Talking about the crowd, though, before we go into the second half, the crowd of 12,000 sounded like 30,000. Big up to Hamilton, big up to Toronto, greater area, big up to all the fans that travelled into that game. It was phenomenal. Second half, pretty much the same as what the first half was, but America was bringing it. America was looking for that tying goal, and there was a few occasions where they nearly had it. And with a little bit of luck, they could have got it. But great defending, tireless work rate. The commitment was amazing again from this team. You could see Adekubi running all over the field trying to cover people. You could see Ricky Larea doing the same. You see Stephen Vittoria at the back marshalling things again. It was absolutely fantastic. Miller was beautiful as well. Fraser, when he comes on, is fantastic. Jonathan Osorio was amazing as well during the game. You got to say, it was a complete team performance to the likes of which you've probably never seen against the US. Just one little pointer here. We beat the US 2-0 not so long ago in the Nations League. And we also got a draw in the US in Tennessee here in qualifying on the road. And now we've beaten the Americans 2-0 at home. Well, we got a draw at the Azteca. And we beat the Mexicans 2-1 in Commonwealth. So we've tied the big two on the road. And we've slapped them stupid at home. That's got to tell you something. That's got to resonate. And we're sitting 40 in the world in qualifying. Get ready for that to go up. Get ready for that to go up. I say this team is closer to 25 in the world at the moment. And by the 2026 World Cup, you'll look back on this, but by the 2026 World Cup, Canada will be very close to 20 because that's what this team is absolutely building towards. And if you keep winning these big games and you keep making people look stupid on the road, like Mexico, like the US, and you slap them at home, you're moving up in the table. Results bring you there. And if you look around the world, we are the hottest growing property in world soccer. And it feels great. Second half, like I say, pretty much the same as the first half. A game of attrition. And you sort of thought towards the last 17, 18 minutes when the game was dying down, the last 15 minutes especially, you thought maybe the way the US is flooding our zone, that they're susceptible for a breakaway. And there was a couple of times they were. Buchanan had a couple of efforts, didn't really work out for him, but the legs were getting tired. And then right in extra time, Arakube, who I said would play, did play, played a magical game, strides down the left side of field, gets on him, flicks it through the defence all on his own, he's running free, 3 Americans chasing, the keeper's coming out, and he slides a beautiful finish. He didn't hammer it, he passed it low down right into the net, fantastic, 2-0 there, and you knew right there and then, game over, 3 points to Canada, sitting on top of the world. We literally have qualified today and we're going against El Salvador in the next game. I said before this, I want 7 to 9 points. 7 would be the target. We got 6 already. With a great performance against El Salvador and big respect to El Salvador when we play in San Salvador, in El Salvador, we are going for 3 points. No disrespect to my Central American friends, but we are coming for 3 points, and there will signify qualification before the next window, and that's what I'm looking for, and that's really what will happen. And now you got to say, after this 2-0 victory, we sit on top of the group. Ask yourself one question. How good does that feel? How good does that feel? I'll tell you what, I've never felt this proud, and this happy, and this good, this satisfied, this whatever, you name it, I've never felt this damn good ever in over 2 decades of covering the national team. This feels magic, and I do wish some of those guys on TV would have a little bit of passion. I mean, talking the game, just talking the game, come on, put some boom in there. Passion, baby, it's all about this. Wait till you see the shirt I got on underneath. I tell you, oh, unbelievable, unbelievable. Now, talking points. Pulisic, bit of a crybaby, really. Bit of a crybaby. Didn't really come to play a big game. Didn't play a game and cried all game long. Frustrated. Why? Because we didn't let him play. He had no time. We gave him no time. We gave all the Americans no time on the ball. But at the end of the day, when your leader, Pulisic for America, doesn't turn up and doesn't show what he's made of and keeps crying and diving, hey, the rest of the team is going to look at their big man as if to say, well, if he's not doing it, I'm not doing it. We're not on the same page, and they were not on the same page. So Pulisic, bit of a crybaby. Got to say, that sea of red, the Canadian crowd, absolutely amazing. So proud of every man, woman, child, and flag in that stadium. Because I tell you what, you sounded like 30,000 people. It didn't sound like 12. It sounded more like 30,000 people. And you know what? People around the world are going to see that and say, wow, those Canadians have got great support no matter where they are. No matter where they are. And again, this was a massive team performance. Again, a fantastic team performance by Team Canada. You're never going to sort of get tired of that, are you? Especially when you slap the Yanks 2-0. And all those American fans that were giving me all the abuse before the game, you're going to teach us a lesson on Sunday? I think you just got taught a massive lesson on Sunday in Canada, in Hamilton, Ontario. Don't ever forget it. And in the last 4 games, if my crazy mind serves me right, I think we've got 2 2-0 wins, a 1-1 draw, and a loss against America in the last 4. Check that out. But certainly the tide has turned and the form book is changing, and Canada is in the driving seat. Doesn't this look bloody good, eh? Woo! Wait till you see that t-shirt. Aiden Kapler, I'm telling you, wait till you see that shirt. I told you it was coming. Man of the match. Man of the match. There could have been three guys that could have took this. It could have been three guys. It could have been Kyle Larin for getting that fantastic goal and holding the line up front, playing a fantastic game. 10 out of 10, Kyle. 10 out of 10. It could have been Sami Adekugbe with his great defensive performance again and the way he went up and down the line. And it was selfish play and it was committed play to his buddies on that left side of the field. And then when he broke through, he's already half up the field because he's so committed. And he does a tic-tac-toe right through their own defence, all on his own, and slides that ball in. I mean, that alone is a fantastic performance. And then you've got Bojan, our super keeper, world-class keeper from the last game, comes up with a world-class save again. And I'll tell you what, how he got that not to sort of beat him, and he pushed it to the side and we survived it. And some of the other stops and interceptions he made, his handling was fantastic. His reading of the game was brilliant. And I've given you three guys there, and I can't normally remember when I've seen the same guy win man of the match back to back. But I got to say, Bojan gets man of the match again for me. I know it was very close for Adekugbe, and I know it was very close for Kyle Larin to have been man of the match too. But for my money, Mr. Bojan gets it again. Like I say, his handling, his technique, his reading the game, his marshalling the defence, flawless. You won't get better, and you're not going to wipe this smile off my face either, because I tell you what, man, I feel so confident with him in goal. I feel so confident in our defence. I feel so confident in the midfield, and I feel absolutely confident in the forward line with the bench and the coach, the organisation, the fans. This whole shebang is going to the next level. Remember, we're 40 in the world right now. We get another win in qualifying. Watch that number climb again. How high can we go? How high can you go, Canada? How high can you go? So man of the match, Mr. Bojan again, but it was very close. Very close. In the games coming through, now we can blood every player that hasn't played because the games don't have the same essence on them. Yeah? So everybody that hasn't had a fair measure of minutes needs to get a fair measure of minutes. So you're going to see a few team changes over the next few games that you might say, well, that's not our strongest team. The point is, we're getting guys that haven't got that time on the field. We're going to get them time to gel into the game, get them part of the system more so. And minutes make you feel good. If you've got minutes on the field, all of a sudden things feel better. You start to play better. The world seems better. Just like this beautiful jacket. I mean, woof. Canada. Whoa. We're going places. Going places. Oh, yes. Qatar. Which tent are you going to be sleeping in? Which hotel do you think you might get in? And how warm is it over there? Let me tell you, when I was last in the Middle East, probably about 30 miles away from the stadiums are, Qatar, the temperature during the day was it could ratio between 35 and 45 during the day. It's pretty warm, eh? Woo! Pretty warm. By the way, game day today, -10 in Hamilton. Pretty chilly. Sea of red, all bundled up. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. And gotta say, unbelievable. But the what now? It's a case of we're going to be getting ready for the World Cup. We've got the games to finish off in qualifying. 4 on the road, 1 at home. Sorry, 3 on the road, 1 at home. We've got the Nations League coming up too. So there's going to be plenty of games there for us to get hungry and feast on. So the Nations League is just around the corner. And then we'll have friendly games prior to the World Cup. Yes, we will. We'll have friendly games. We're going to the World Cup. It's not a question any longer, guys. Put that feather in our caps. I know it's not mathematically done yet, but I'm telling you, we've qualified. I mean, look at it, guys. Come on. 10 games in, 6 and 4. 17 and 5 on the goal difference, plus 12. 22 points. We've never been here. It's never been this good. And it ain't going to stop. It ain't going to stop. So literally, that's what's next. And like I say, the guys that haven't had the minutes on the pitch, they're going to get more time on the pitch. And the whole wide world is going to look at us in a whole different complex. Just look what Canada has done in only the last 4 months in qualifying. And I told you, this has been building for 4 years, especially over the last 2. But look what we've done in the last 4 months. The whole world is looking at us. A little tidbit, there is at the BBC website in England a story about our super coach, Johnny Herdman. Yeah, they are catching on about Johnny Herdman too. The only thing they don't know is a lot of things about Canada. The story's very basic. It's very basic. But you've got to say, the BBC in England is now registering that Canada has a fantastic coach, and his name is Johnny Herdman. And he's an Englishman. And they're taking interest in him. And I've had a few guys say, do you think England's going to come in and take him away because they don't like Gareth Southgate on their team? I think Johnny Herdman would turn that down. He's making a legacy here, bigger than he ever could be in England. There's no reason to manage England. Stay with Canada, mate. It's a much better proposition. It's a much better place to be. I know we've got some England fans on this channel. No disrespect, guys. But Johnny Herdman is way better off to stay here. And I'll tell you what, if it was my decision and I was Johnny Herdman, I'd say thank you, England. Thank you so much. But I am staying where I am. Staying where I am. Absolutely. But before I forget it, I got to say a couple of things. Great anthem. The crowd sounded fantastic. You've got to be proud of yourselves, all you fans there in Hamilton. Great anthem, great sound. It was unbelievable. Great sound of the crowd. It sounded like 30,000, not 12. It was really a big number. It sounded way better than it was, honestly. And I loved every minute of it. It was just phenomenal. Buchanan got under their skin. We got under their skin. America didn't like us. They didn't like the noise in the stadium. They didn't like the -10. They didn't like the whole day. And when the US was lining up against us, I really thought I saw a couple of American players that really looked switched off, as if I really am not pumped for this game. I saw all the Canadians pumped up for it, and by the way, I saw all the fans pumped up. I saw Johnny and the crew pumped up. I saw the cameraman pumped up. I saw the grass even pumped up. It was amazing. Everything Canadian was pumped up for this game. But a few American players were not pumped up. And their coach, Berhalter, how long do you think he can keep that job? Yeah, they were in a qualifying position, but they just lost pretty embarrassingly to a team 10 times the size is America. 10 times the size, America. 370 million, and we're only 37 million, and we made it look the other way around. We totally did. We totally did. And I tell you what, Buchanan getting under their skin, he needs to be careful in the future because cards will keep you out of games. And Richie Larea, come on, Ricky. Stop reacting like a 2-year-old every 5 minutes, mate. I know you're fired up. I know you're passionate, but your kind of actions may cost us dearly in the future with a referee who doesn't like players being a little bit feisty with each other. You could walk yourself into deep trouble there, Rick. So please, learn to calm it down a bit. Even Bojan was telling him to shut up towards the end of the game. So love Ricky, love him, but calm it down, mate. Calm it down. Keep your head. Even Buchanan keeps it together better. And I mean, honestly, he does. Next up, El Salvador. What are you going to say about that? El Salvador. We go there. It's a game pretty much like the Honduras game. We're going there expecting to get a result. I'd like the 3 points. I really want the 3 points. And I tell you what, a point would be okay, but I want the 3 points. And with the 3 points, then it's mathematically done. But really, it's mathematically done. But I've got to tell you this, I feel absolutely amazing. I hope you do too. El Salvador's coming next, and so is the El Salvador pre-game show. As much as I love this jacket and as much as I loved this game today, Aiden Kapela, I've been telling you about this shirt and about Canada and about this lovely blue shirt I've got for you. Take a look at that. Super Canada. That's what we are. Super Canada. Whoa, we're going to the World Cup. Whoa, we're going to the World Cup. Whoa, we're going to the World Cup. Now you can believe it, guys. We're going to the World Cup. Super Canada. We're going there. It's absolutely phenomenal. And Aiden, doesn't that look good, eh? I told you I got a nice blue shirt there, Aiden. And that looks absolutely fantastic. Guys, I will be there for the pre-game coming up very soon, El Salvador. Right now, I gotta tell you, you couldn't wipe the smile off my face even if you tried. And I tell you, man, we rock. This was a magic game. You all, you're probably glad it's over, but when that second goal went in, that's when we started rejoicing that we're going to the World Cup. Super Canada, Super Canada, Super Canada. Okay, guys, get ready for the next show. I'm coming back, pumped as ever, and this will so make your next 48 hours. And when we get to El Salvador, let's see what happens next. Cheers, guys. Have a great night. Oh, oh.